Now we're coming into Driving America, and they've got all kinds of cars here. This is real cool. Look at this. Every time I come here, this is amazing. The original McDonald's sign right here. Look at that. You see the little guy running up there, and it's actually working. And this restaurant, you can actually go in there and buy food in there. That is so cool. Who remembers these? The old Holiday Inn neon right there. That's cool. The old Corvette right here. Oh, look, Rob, look. National Lampoon's Family Vacation. That's cool. Check this out. An old cab. There's all kinds of old cars in here. I ain't gonna be able to show them all, but there's so many. Look at this old Texaco truck.
That's the original Uber right there.
The original Uber, yep. You're right. I don't know, every time I look at them, it always reminds me of that movie Scrooge. Or Taxi. That TV series Taxi. Oh wow, look at that old minivan. Wow, check this out. Look at that seats. Cornell Liberty safety car.
Safety car. I've never even heard of that before.
Wow.
When the auto industry started over 100 years ago, it's safe to say safety wasn't the primary development concern. But as more people began buying and driving cars, accidents and injuries started to rise.
It really didn't start to become a serious concern until the 1950s. We now have interstate highways, people are moving faster, the cars are getting bigger, and things are just getting a little more dangerous on the road.
The Henry Ford's curator of transportation, Matt Anderson, showed me the first car designed and built specifically to inspire automakers to think more about saving lives. From this vantage point, this looks pretty much like an ordinary automobile.
It looks pretty ordinary, but it's actually a special concept car with more than 60 different innovations designed to keep people safe in the event of an accident.
What is it called?
It is the safety car. It was a product of 5 years of research at Cornell University.
What is a safety car?
A safety car is designed almost like a carton for eggs, thinking of trying to keep the passengers, the eggs in this case, as safe as possible in the event of an accident. So it surrounds them with as much metal, as much steel, seat belts, things like that.
Well, I notice that the door is unusual. This is a giveaway that this is not a regular car when you think about it, right?
Yeah, this is an accordion type door, which gives you lots of space to get in and out of the vehicle into those unusual seats. But it also makes you safer in the event of a crash. As it closes, it can lock in 3 different places, in the front, in the middle, and the back, instead of in just 1 or 2 places like a standard car door.
The safety car was not sold to the public. Instead, it was shown to major automakers to encourage them to incorporate its innovations into their future car models. Some ideas were better than others.
Other things that are unusual on this car, you see the wraparound bumpers. I mean, we see bumpers that wrap around the fenders now, but not along the whole side of the car like you see here.
Other design features include a driver's seat in the middle, head netting to prevent whiplash, and how about a windshield so big you needed 5 wipers just to keep it clean? The windshield, it's wraparound.
It is, to give you the most panoramic view possible when you're driving in that center seat.
The safety car has many innovations, but one thing, well, seems missing.
If you look at the dash there, you notice there's no steering wheel on this car. Steering wheels can be very dangerous in a crash, so in this car, instead, you steer with those 2 handlebars, almost like steering a sled.
This is an innovation that never caught on.
No, we're married to our steering wheels. They are a little safer now. At least the columns collapse in the event of a crash.
And this is a backward-facing seat.
Yeah, this is really unusual. This is designed for children or small passengers to keep them safer.
And that indeed is the law now with infants. sense, right?
Right.
Car seats, they have to face backward.
Exactly. So if you're hitting a front end crash, rather than the child being thrown forward, they're thrown into the seat and made a little bit safer.
Seatbelt release.
Yeah, this is something that was catching on at the time this car was built in 1956. Seatbelts in this vehicle, they pull around you to hold you firmly in your seat. They also retract out of the way, so they're not flapping around if the seat's empty.
There's something a little bit Star Trek looking about this driver's seat area.
It's very sci-fi, and I think that was part of the designer's intent. You know, let's make this car look futuristic, because in their minds, safety was the future.
Lucky for us, the safety car spawned standard equipment found in today's cars, like bucket seats, headrests, and seat belts. But something even more important, a little peace of mind.
Check this out. Look at how the baby seats have evolved. That's the original baby seats. Then they went to that. Then to a little bassinet, and now to that. That's crazy. Here we go. We got the evolution of cars. And so this was from carriage to cars. And it shows how they evolved. And right here is the Henry Ford car. Right there.
It's not. This is a replica.
Oh, is that a replica?
It's not the original. This is a replica of what it looked like.
Well, that's a replica. Okay. I thought that was the real one. But yeah, this shows you that the evolution of cars. Oh, they even honor an Oldsmobile here. Look at, there's one of the original Oldsmobiles, curved dash. And you haven't watched my videos, he's from Lansing, Michigan, and they have a Oldsmobile museum there. That one's kind of interesting. Look at that one over there. I like the seat. Let me zoom in on it. Kind of almost looks like it took stuff from a baby carriage or something. Made a seat. That's cool. This one out. This is a 2010 Edison 2 car. That's cool. Almost looks like an airplane. That is cool.
You're looking at cars that weigh less than 1,000 pounds delivered. They're designed to be inexpensive, easy to produce, easy to sell. They're ultimately a proof of concept for a low price, quality car that does everything you need. Low weight, low mass, and low aerodynamic drag. Those are physics principles, they're non-negotiable, and they work every time. And the biggest technical challenge was how to make cars that are such low mass safe. The main reason the wheels stick out is because the wheels become crush zone. When you build a low mass car like this, you have to have more space to absorb an impact. No one's ever built a car that weighs 750 pounds, seats 4 people like me. I can sit in the back seat of that. Yeah, that's never been done before. But there are people in this project because it's the right thing to do with the knowledge we have. And for what we're doing here, there's no other company in America that can do what we can do, and we have a head start. Because it's so low mass, it handles exquisitely. It outhandles just about anything you can buy. And it just travels very effortlessly. I think once you get used to it, you don't want to go back to a heavy car. We're trying to win $10 million. Now, what we're really trying to do is kind of, well, to change the world.
Yeah, there's so many cars here. It's like, this is cool to see. They don't really honor just Fords. I mean, I think that's a Volkswagen Rabbit. No, that's a Chevette. That's an old Chevette over there. That's cool. And you got Indy cars over here. That's cool. They even got an area you can actually, like you're driving a race car, little video thing. That's pretty cool. Here's my area. I love NASCAR and stuff like that, but I'm a big drag racing fan. Look at that. That right there, that's called a gasser. I love that. I love drag racing. Holy cow, look at this. Safety at the track. Responding to danger. Look at that. That got tore apart. Wow. look at them mangled. Here's the homage to the Ford GT. Look at, yeah, the Ford GT. You see where they were designing it? Wow. See right here, this is where they were designing the Ford GT. That is so wicked looking. It's cool. Look at this. You got this old motorhome right here. This is on the road and it's got the CBS symbol on it. This is FMC Motorhome from Charles Kurtz. Probably murdering that name. CBS television journalist. He used to travel around in this. Yeah, I couldn't travel around in that. I would love to have that.
This looks like a giant.
Got this old semi. That's the trailer. And look at the truck. Almost reminds me of the over the top truck.
School bus. There's an original school bus.
Original school bus over there. That one's not yellow, it's orange. Oh, look at this. What's this? A Warrior concept car. That's cool. I'd drive that.
It's one and only. That's it. This is it.
McKinley Thompson joined Ford Motor Company after graduating from the Art Center College of Design in 1956. He was the first black designer hired by a major American automaker. While at Ford, Thompson conceived a car of his own, a rugged, reliable vehicle for developing African nations where paved roads were rare. He built a prototype using a rear-engine Renault chassis, and he topped it with a body made from an inexpensive composite plastic material. Thompson called his car the Warrior, an automobile designed to conquer time and distance. He demonstrated his prototype to potential investors, but while everyone appreciated the idea, no one was willing to fund it. Thompson considered going into business to build the cars himself, but was denied the needed bank loan. Ultimately, he and his family turned the prototype into a recreational car, adding a CB radio, a cassette player, even a squeezeball horn, and they had fun driving it on vacations in northern Michigan. McKinley Thompson presented the Warrior to the Henry Ford in 2001.
Look at that. Look at this. This is called a 1899 Derailleur trap. One of the most graceful early autos.
Three-wheeler.
And it look, he had a trailer in there, but look, he's driving that during the winter.
Oh, that's
Can you
the
imagine?
gas pedal.
Can you imagine driving that during the winter?
There's no brake.
That is crazy.
It had a gas pedal, no brake. Well, maybe no. The brake is right there.
That is crazy.
No steering wheel. How did you steer the thing?
Right there. They're probably like, I'll check this out. This kind of reminds me of the Corolla DeVille car. That is cool. That's a big car.
Compare this car to what we drive nowadays.
Right. We
drive junk. That's a real car right there.
Right. I said it reminds me of the Corolla DeVille car.
There's no plastic on it.
Guys, I've told you before about how bad our winters are. Now think about back in the day, how the trains got through the snow. Look at this snowplow on the front of this. That's a snowplow. Can you imagine that? That is a snowplow.
Yeah, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go hook up the plow now.
Yeah. Oh, check this out. A Salt Flats car. That's a Salt Flats car. That is cool. Okay, see this car here? I've heard of this story about this guy. This guy drove this car across country from New York to San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Right there, there's the map, and there's the car.
61 days.
Yeah, he drove that all the way from New York to San Francisco. That is cool that they got that here. I've heard of that story.
Wow.
This is cool here. Everybody knows about the street light, but you know who created it? Right here.
That's one
See
of the
this
original
African American
streetlights.
guy? He's the one that created the traffic light. Originally, that's how they used to, the street light right there, with that guy standing in the middle of the street. Can you imagine that? Okay, here's our future right here. This is the one they tested the self-driving cars. But I'm telling you right now, I would never trust a machine to drive me anywhere. Yeah, this was the original car they did testing for. Wow. Here's a Ford actually dabbed in the airlines too. See, there's a Ford airplane. There's all kinds of things about. See right here, look at this one. Oh my God, is this supposed to be? Yeah, it's a Ford tri-motor. Hey Rob, you ready for go for a flight? We'll take that up in the air. We'll take that up. What do you think? Ready? Conquer your fear of flying? We'll fly in that thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, Rob, we're gonna get you to conquer your fears. We're gonna have you do this right here. What do you think? Right? What do you think, Rob? Right there? You want to try that? What? You want to try that? Look at it. Yeah. Come on, Rob. Look at it. She can do it. You can do it.
Definitely do not want to be no wing.
Oh, come on. Look at it. Look, you're gonna let that woman show you up?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Okay, guys. Look at this. We have to show this, but I'm not going to say the name because I know I'd murder it. What does that say up on that wing? I'm sorry, but what does that say? I'm not saying it. Okay, here we go in here. This is a homage to Charles Lindbergh, but I don't think that's the real. I don't think that's the real spirit of St. Louis. Yeah, we seen this camper, but I don't think that's the real spirit of St. Louis.
No, that's not the real spirit.
No, I think that's a replica. The Flying Fool? Or is it Lucky or Lindy? Oh, so they called him the Flying Fool. Here's an homage to Amelia Earhart, the most famous woman pilot ever. And they still don't know whatever happened to her. I think she went down in the ocean. What do you think? Leave a comment below. And here they actually have her suitcase and one of her shirts. Like I said, in my opinion, I think she went down into the ocean. That's why they haven't found it.
They haven't found it at all.
It's in the ocean, the bottom of the ocean.
Yep.
That's my opinion. All right, my fellow travelers, that's going to be about it for the first part of this travel to the Henry Ford Museum. This has been awesome. Got to see the Muppets and all that kind of stuff like that. And hanging out with old Michigander man again.
Right.
So this place is awesome. What do you think of this place?
This place is amazing.
Yeah. This is
the video does not do it justice. You got to come here in person and see.
This
There's
place is so huge. That's why I'm probably gonna end this one and start a new video. I'm not gonna show you everything, but you get down here, check this place out. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Share me out. Share me out on all the social media. Tell your friends, tell your family about me so I can continue traveling and showing you cool places and showing you some cool stuff like this. Also, leave me a comment. Any comments appreciated. Any ideas for me to do, let me know. I just might show up and do it. So until next time, my fellow travelers, I'll see you around the mitten.
Thank you.